to invite Norma Torres, if you are online, if you could go ahead and join us with a congratulatory welcome for all of our recipients.
She may not know. Let's prompt John to.
Norma, are you online? Well, we have a backup. You never know. So, John, why don't you go ahead and play the pre-recorded message from Norma.
Hello, I'm Congresswoman Norma Torres. I am honored to join you today for the APCO 33rd Annual Telecommunicators Awards Ceremony. I want to thank the California Public Safety Radio Association for bringing us together today. We're here to celebrate individual acts of outstanding performance by local unsung heroes. This National Telecommunicators Week, we honor the incredible sacrifices and high-stakes work of 911 dispatchers, you. And as a former 911 dispatcher with LAPD, I know from my own personal experience the tough job each of you do every day. And I am very familiar with your personal sacrifices too. When most people think of emergency response, they think of firefighters, EMTs, and police officers. It is no slight to those heroic professions to say thinking like that overlooks a vital link in the response chain. Your voice, the voice at the end of the line when somebody calls 911. And every time you pick up the line, you're thrust into a potentially life or death situation. But when you go home, you are expected to leave all of the stress behind and simply be mom, dad, or the person your friends know and love. Given the incredible high stakes, it makes no sense to me that the federal government categorizes 911 dispatchers as office and administrative support. I introduced the 911 SAFES Act for just that reason. It would reclassify the profession as a protective service, which is truly what you do. Doing this is even more important now than ever, as we are in the midst of a pandemic and you're helping to lead the day in and day out response as people need help. It's only been a week and 911 Saves already has more than 50 co-sponsors, and we're off to a great start. I have no doubt that as more lawmakers hear from heroes like you about the need for this reclassification, we will get the 911 Saves Act passed into law together. As I close, let me say congratulations to each of the award recipients today, and thank you to every one of you for the sacrifices you make to save lives and keep your communities safe. You will always have a friend and an ally in Washington in me. Take care.
Thank you, Norma. We appreciate your kind words on behalf of all of our award recipients. So we're going to go ahead and get into the awards program now. Not quite as long as we've been doing the Telecommunicator Awards, but since 2004, we've been doing awards for the technical folks that are behind the scenes, just like our telecommunicators, but making sure that we're on the air and our radio and more lately GIS type systems are doing the job that needs to be done to help support first responders. So it's my pleasure to start with the technical awards, and we'll be starting with Orange County Sheriff's GIS analyst, Yasser Kuja. Yasser, if you're there, please announce that you are so that we can capture your screen, and then we'll go ahead and proceed.
Yasser Kuja. Joe Giese, and
Great, thank you very much. So Orange County Sheriff's Department Geographic Information System Analyst Yasser Kuja worked under minimal supervision to plan, analyze, coordinate, and administer the department-wide GIS program. He performed complex GIS database and graphical user interface research, design, analysis, and programming. Yasser provided oversight of the most complex countywide and regional GIS technical and analytical projects with assignments that required specialized technical knowledge and competency. He supported Homeland Security, public safety, emergency preparedness, 911 dispatching, and other groups by resolving their geospatial questions with GIS data and processes. Yasser also provided guidance to investigators and crime analysts. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Yasser advocated the Orange County Sheriff's Department take a greater advantage of his technical expertise and the tools available to him. This resulted in him providing solutions for tracking PPE, COVID-19 exposures, testing sites, and protest monitoring. Yasser is a true asset to not only the Orange County Sheriff's Department, but to the entire County of Orange. And CPRA is proud to present the GIS Technologist of the Year Award to Yasser Kuja. Up next, we have our Radio Frequency Engineer of the Year Award for Nick Candaris from the Orange County Sheriff's Department. Nick, if you're there, please acknowledge. Orange County Sheriff's Senior Communications Engineer, Nick Candaris, has spent the past 27 years dedicated to engineering, maintaining, and enhancing public safety communications. Nick is involved in all aspects of the operation, from budget, management, leadership, and recruiting, to exploring, researching, and testing new technologies, and training both new and senior staff. Nick is a wealth of knowledge regarding radio communication and holds the utmost passion for it. He gets excited when people ask questions that allow him to expound upon and illustrate all of the benefits of and the enthusiasm that he has for public safety communications. When asked a technical question about a specific area, piece of equipment, template, or issue, Nick knows exactly what the strengths and weaknesses are for the particular problem at hand. He is a true expert that has a love for what he does and the technology that he lives in each and every day. Nick always puts the integrity of the system and the user's needs above his own personal interest. Nick is a true asset to not only the Orange County Sheriff's Department, but to all users of the 800 megahertz countywide coordinated communication system. And CPRA is proud to present the Radio Frequency Engineer of the Year Award to Nick Candaris. Aaron de Guzman, if you are online, please announce yourself. Communications Technician 3, Aaron de Guzman's level of dedication and commitment that he exemplified over the past year has been awe-inspiring. Not only does Aaron accept challenges and shine, he is able to take the hits in stride when they come, recover immediately, and ultimately put himself in the department in a better position. The countywide radio system demands immediate response in a large geographical area with a limited number of personnel. And Aaron was able to not only juggle the responsibilities of this type of environment, but able to take on a project of this magnitude successfully. Aaron will volunteer time to support another technician, research a problem that was happening in the field, or coming in on his days off to assist, investigate, or to put in place a solution to a problem that occurred. He makes himself available, he makes things work, and his work ethic and drive are unparalleled within the department. Aaron is a true asset to not only the Riverside County IT department, but to all of the users of the public safety enterprise communication system. And CPRA is proud to present The Radio Frequency Technologist of the Year award to Aaron De Guzman.
This way? Yeah, this way. Yeah. Congratulations. Awesome. Very good. Very good. Thank you.
We'll now transition to the Telecommunicator Awards. Up first, we'll be presenting our team award. And Fullerton Police,
guys.
Claire or Linda or Marnie, if you guys are online, please announce yourselves.
I'm online.
Great, welcome. On May 27th, Fullerton Police Lead Dispatcher Claire Finn received a 911 call in which a juvenile reported his stepfather had assaulted his brother. They were fighting and he was armed with a knife. Claire quickly entered the call and dispatcher Marnie Rodriguez immediately dispatched units to the location. The situation escalated when the caller advised that his stepfather tried to shoot him, firing a gun twice. Claire verbally repeated the information for the room to hear, and Marnie broadcasted the same information to responding units. Marnie remained calm and composed during the incident, coordinated officer responses at requests, kept them updated with critical information while keeping officer safety paramount. A second call reporting 4 to 5 gunshots was answered by dispatcher Linda Carter. Claire, who maintained open communication with the first caller, remained calm and patient and focused on the safety of those at the residence by attempting to ascertain who was inside, where the suspect was, and where the weapon was. She confirmed a 9 and 13-year-old were inside the residence with the suspect. As officers arrived on scene, people ran from the location. The suspect exited the house with a knife, and despite commands to surrender, he attempted to re-enter the house where the children were. A canine was deployed and an officer-involved shooting occurred and the suspect taken into custody. The dispatchers demonstrated outstanding teamwork during this critical call, continuing to handle other calls and requests for service in the city. In the team category, CPRA is pleased to present the Honorable Mention Award to Linda Carter, Claire Finn, and Marnie Rodriguez. Our next award is a team runner-up award for LAPD. Lots of folks, if you guys are online, please announce yourself.
I'm here.
Okay, great.
Oh,
Go
Hello.
hold on, go up there.
up there.
Hey, we're up there.
Yeah. Here's some stuff.
Everybody? Except for Jennifer. Oh, not me? No, yeah. Oh, you're not part of the team. I'm individual.
Everybody, make sure we're on the screen.
On November 16th, the CHP had requested LAPD assistance for an armed suspect barricaded in a home after shooting and leading authorities in a vehicle pursuit. Rosa Rodriguez received the initial call and relayed details.
Eyes are open. 1, 2, 3.
Inside the home, the
Hello.
suspect dialed 911 multiple times,
Hi.
his mother, and alluding to having hostages, weapons, and an abundance of ammunition. Roma Martinelli and Eleanor Medina excelled in keeping the suspect on the phone, establishing an effective rapport, paramount in negotiation efforts. Roma recognized she was interviewing the barricaded suspect. He was agitated and paranoid and threatened to shoot any officer who came near the door. She applied excellent intuitive judgment by getting the suspect to provide his mother's name and phone number, later used by SWAT during the negotiation. Eleanor gained cooperation from the suspect, referred to him by name, and flawlessly communicated with the incident commander while keeping the suspect from hanging up. Halima Benton and Kimberly Calloway provided pertinent details to officers in the field as the suspect was agitated that he wasn't being transferred to the officers. Yesenia Cabrera Hernandez managed an extremely hectic board as the air unit established containment around the residence and picked up a critical broadcast that officers had secured 2 occupants who managed to self-evacuate and verified that everyone had been accounted for. The confirmed 3rd striker was taken into custody after he finally surrendered. In the team category, CPRA is pleased to present the runner-up award to Roma Martinelli, Eleanor Medina, Yesenia Cabrera Hernandez, Halima Benton, Kimberly Calloway, and Rosa Rodriguez.
Okay, congratulations. Certificates, bring them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hurry up, yeah. We're still on? Yeah, we're live.
All right.
Yesenia, Roma,
Congratulations.
Roma.
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 Halima.
Can we leave?
You can't read it, just give me anyone real
And
quick.
Halima.
Thank you.
Congratulations, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Our next team award winner is another group, this time from LA County Sheriff's Department. If you're online, please announce yourselves.
So I'll have it this, I'll go 1, 2, 3.
We're present.
And then you all.
Excellent. In a typical 12-hour shift, the Los Angeles County Sheriff radio dispatchers will handle approximately 5 to 8 emergencies, varied from vehicle pursuit, backups for deputies involved in fights, and deputy-involved shootings. On Sunday, May 31st, there was no indication it would be an extraordinary night. The team was just beginning to adjust to the new way of life brought on by the global pandemic, and it was the 5th day of nationwide protest against police brutality and race inequality. The team was beginning their last shift before starting their days off. But what they didn't know was that they would end up handling 33 emergencies that night, which included 10 deputy needs assistance requests, 7 detained at gunpoint incidents, 2 deputy involved in a fight calls, 7 pre-pursuit coordinations, 5 actual vehicle pursuits, 1 deputy taking rounds, and 1 deputy involved foot pursuit. The dispatchers admirably performed their duties with unwavering dedication to the public and officer safety throughout this extremely stressful evening. Each one of them exemplified the professionalism to meet the extraordinary events of this shift. CPRA is proud to present this Team a Winner Award to Stacy Castille, Janine Ramirez, Jenna Pla, Julie Phineas, Nicholas Fragoso, Erica Lacone, Heather Rosier, Brianna Donnell, Isadora Pijic, Fallon Houston, David Rodello, Jennifer Shreves, and Patricia Carrillo. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Our next team winner award is going to another group, this time from the Riverside County Sheriff's Department. If you are online, please announce yourselves.
Yes, Under Sheriff Dennis Ruman presenting for Riverside County Sheriff's Department.
Excellent, welcome. On November 14th at 02:58, Riverside County Sheriff received a 911 call with an open line and a historical female pleading with a male, shouting, "Don't shoot, the kids are sleeping," before the line disconnected. Nora Nunoy, working the Jurupa Valley radio channel, immediately dispatched 2 deputies. When arriving on scene, they were met by the female caller who told them her husband was drunk, armed, and inside the house with the 3 children. A 3rd deputy on scene located the male in the backyard, armed with a handgun, threatening to shoot deputies as he fled back inside. 3 more deputies arrived and positioned their units in the front of the house to provide cover. As deputies were formulating a plan to rescue the children, the suspect fired 20 to 25 rounds from the window, pinning the deputies behind their now disabled patrol cars. Jasmine Diaz, assigned the Special Functions radio position, utilized her mapping resources to see the closest available agencies who could respond and assist. As the incident progressed, it became apparent additional officers would be needed, and Jessica Bonds called additional agencies for response. Nearly 14 minutes had elapsed when the Corona Police Bearcat arrived and rescued the 6 pinned deputies. Those same deputies then became the team to rescue the children. Making their approach, the suspect appeared in the doorway where another officer-involved shooting occurred and the suspect taken into custody. The children were safe, hiding in an upstairs closet. Throughout the 45-minute incident, the team maintained control of the radio, professionally relaying vital officer safety information and continuously reassuring the pinned deputies that help was on the way. CPRA is proud to present this Team Winner Award to Nora Nunoy, Jasmine Diaz, and Jessica Bonds. Okay, we're going to transition now to our individual awards. And our first award recipient is from the LA County Sheriff's Department. Fallon Houston, if you're on, please announce yourself.
I'm here.
Great. Okay, welcome. On October 15th, LA County Sheriff deputies went into vehicle pursuit of a who was wanted for assault with a deadly weapon. During the rapidly changing pursuit locations, it was broadcast that there was a potential victim in a nearby parking lot. The pursuit continued for a short distance, and the deputy advised that an officer involved a shooting had occurred. Dispatcher Fallon Houston quickly ensured that no deputies were injured and that rescue units were dispatched to the location of the shooting. An assisting unit advised he was with the 3 additional victims who had been fired upon by the suspect. The victim stated there was a 4th victim, a female who was nude and who had exited the vehicle near a Metrolink station. It was later discovered that the female victim was the subject of an attempted rape. Fallon maintained a calm and relaxed command presence throughout the incident as the various events transpired. She effortlessly performed all tasks and aided in keeping law enforcement first responders safe, in addition to providing the information needed to locate and assist the 4 victims. In the category of outstanding performance by an individual, CPRA is pleased to present this honorable mention award to Fallon Houston.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Up next from LA County Sheriff as well, Terry Mckibben. Terry, if you're here, please announce.
We are here.
On August 4th, Terry Mckibben with the LA County Sheriff's Pico Rivera station received an emergency call regarding an informant who was in crisis and having a mental breakdown, stating he had a gun and alluding to the potential for a suicide by cop scenario to occur. The phone call began with the informant refusing to give his name or address. The informant eventually opened up to Terry and carried on a 28-minute conversation where she was able to offer him the guidance and hope he needed to feel comfortable and to trust her. Using this newly built trust, Terry convinced the caller to exit his house and speak with deputies who had responded to the residents with their tactical plans in place under the belief that the informant possessed a gun and the potential existed that a suicide by cop situation could unfold. Using the mute feature on her phone, Terry provided up-to-date information to the watch deputy for relay to the field units, all without the informant aware of her side communication. Terry went on to provide the informant with step-by-step instructions on how to make contact with the deputies in order to ensure that everyone remains safe. She stayed on the phone and guided him until he was detained by deputies and ultimately provided the mental health assistance he needed. In the category of outstanding performance by an individual, CPRA is pleased to present this honorable mention award to Terry Mckibben.
Yay.
Our next award recipient is from the Los Angeles Police Department, Jennifer Lindstrom. If you're on, please announce yourself. Great, welcome. On August 12th, LAPD PSR 3 Jennifer Lindstrom, assigned as an emergency board operator, received a telephone call from a citizen located in Porter Ranch who said that he observed a male in his middle 20s in the side yard of his residence. The caller, who was in the house with his roommate, was watching the male intruder on his home camera from inside the residence. As the caller was on the phone, the male began to bang on the side of the door, asking for help. The caller then advised Jennifer that the male broke the window and made entry into the residence. Because the situation had now escalated from a potential trespass to a burglary suspect with victims inside the location, Jennifer instructed the occupants to try and get to the safest point of the residence to a location that could not be easily breached by the suspect. She flawlessly juggled the conversation with the caller and updated the officers on the radio. Knowing the caller was the officer's eyes and ears as to the suspect's actions, Jennifer acted quickly and requested the caller's roommate to text 911, thus having a second way to communicate and gather real-time intelligence to allow additional situational awareness for the responding officers. The call ended with the suspect being taken into custody without incident. In the category of outstanding performance by an individual, CPRA is pleased to present this runner-up award to Jennifer Lindstrom. Congratulations. Our next award recipient is from the Hemet Police Department. Jill, if you're on the line, please acknowledge. On October 2nd, at approximately 1740 hours, a Hemet police canine encountered a vehicle occupied by a person known to be the suspect of a the officer stop, and before the officer completed the broadcast of the initial stop, he stated he was in a vehicle pursuit. Dispatcher Jill Flores coordinated additional resource responses with the patrol watch commander, and as the K-9 officer excitedly broadcasted critical updates, including the suspect was armed with a gun and attempting to fire at the officer. Jill evenly repeated the info as the suspect began firing and kept control of the radio, rebroadcasting critical updates from the officer actively under attack. She repeated vehicle directions, speed, traffic conditions, and the new want of attempted murder on a peace officer. She accurately tracked the progress of the pursuit while prompting ETA updates from responding units to benefit situational awareness. For 7 minutes and over 9 miles, the pursuit continued with the one officer while repeatedly being fired upon by the suspect. As the pursuit left the city boundaries, a CHP officer joined in the incident. He was fired upon multiple times by the suspect as well. Jill was composed and provided calm professional updates to all units. After several other units and an airship joined in, the suspect stopped and surrendered, and all parties involved were unharmed. Jill accurately noted the many developments in CAD, which was useful for the locating of evidence at the many crime scenes. In the category of outstanding performance by an individual, CPRA is pleased to present this runner-up award to Jill Flores.
Yay.
Our next award recipient is Janine from LA County Sheriff's Department. Janine, if you're on, please announce yourself.
We are here.
Excellent. On September 12th, 2 LA County Sheriff deputies were shot in the head while sitting in their patrol car. The female deputy radioed for help, but was muffled and unreadable due to the gunshot wound to her jaw. Dispatcher Janine Ramirez performed multiple tasks to ascertain the deputy's location. She communicated with the station desk dispatcher, followed directions of her watch commander, processed information from her console partners, and monitored the radio, directing additional field units and supervisors to the scene all at the same time. Janine is commended for her exceptional dispatching skills, her swift action, and her multitask talent, which attributed to activating the resources to help rescue the ambushed deputies. This was a tragic incident where adrenaline sets in and panic can be observed in a dispatcher's voice. However, Janine remained calm and collective, which influenced the responding units. She coordinated the 7-minute transport of the deputies to the hospital and was commended for her strong performance under the intense pressure of knowing 2 LASD members were brutally shot and left for dead. Her sharp dispatching skills saved the lives of these 2 deputies. CPRA is proud to present the award of outstanding performance by an individual in the category of law enforcement to Janine Ramirez.
Yay. We're all muted.
Okay, our next award winner is Lindsay Perry, Riverside County Sheriff's Department. Did I just see you guys pop up on the screen? I think I did. All right, on December 12th, Lindsay Perry received a 911 call at the Riverside County Sheriff's Department from a distraught female stating that her companion was attempting to break into her residence and was in fear of her life, as she believed he wanted to kill her. Lindsay generated the call, emphasizing the severity of the situation, leading the call being dispatched within 54 seconds and responding deputies on scene within 3 minutes. The suspect was hitting the sliding glass door with a rock as he attempted to break into the residence, and the caller was frantic, making it difficult to obtain pertinent information. At one point, the caller was whispering, hiding, and was going to arm herself with a knife. Lindsay did an outstanding job reassuring the caller that help was on the way, as she simultaneously entered information into the call for the responding units and gathered details about the suspect, showing prior contacts of 5150 and PC 148 and 211. Prior to deputies arriving, the caller started screaming hysterically when the suspect broke the sliding glass door, making entry, and Lindsay could hear her pleading with the suspect. Moments later, the caller again started screaming hysterically and the line disconnected. When deputies forced entry, the suspect was actively stabbing the caller, who he had undressed from the waist down in an attempt to rape her. He was taken into custody and aid was entered to the caller, who had multiple stab wounds. For her quick reaction and outstanding call-taking skills that saved this caller's life, CPRA is proud to present the award of outstanding performance by an individual in the category of law enforcement to Lindsay Perry.
Yay.
Okay, we're going to take a brief 4-minute break and we'll be right back.
Oh, he found them. Nice.
All right, we're back. And I would like to remind everybody to please mute unless you want to be heard, because we are getting a little bit of background here and there. And we are now going to be continuing with our individual performance awards, moving into the category of fire. And we're going to be starting with Paige Mullins from UCI. Paige, are you on?
Yes, we're on.
Excellent, thank you. On January 1st at 07:51, UC Irvine Police Dispatcher Paige Mullins received a 911 call of a structure fire at a residential location on the university campus. At the time, Paige was working alone, and without hesitation, she quickly dispatched officers to the scene, where it was confirmed that there was in fact an active fire inside the residence. For the next 2 hours, Paige was asked to make numerous telephone calls while still receiving non-emergency, business, and 911 calls for the university campus in Irvine, as well as handling phone and radio requests from a very busy UCI Medical Center in Orange. Paige's capabilities are exemplary. She remained poised and calm during chaotic radio traffic and activity. She kept all units updated with pertinent information, helping with the perimeter, and maintained their status with a calm demeanor. UC Irvine police dispatchers work both primary radio and call taking positions at the same time, and Paige is especially capable of handling busy radio traffic and easily manipulates between screens while responding to patrol requests. Paige is commended for her professional composure during this out of the ordinary activity for a single dispatcher to handle. And CPRA is pleased to present this honorable mention award of outstanding performance by an individual in the category of fire to Paige Mullins.
Yay!
Our next award recipient is from the Murrieta Police and Fire Department. Sarah, are you on? On November 15th, Murrieta Police and Fire Dispatch trainee Sarah Stafford received a 911 call of a female bleeding postpartum. She proceeded with EMD instructions and during the protocol instructed the female to lie down on the floor. She remained calm and professional during the call. Her supervisor received information from the fire captain that Sarah did an excellent job triaging the female patient. The patient had lost large amounts of blood and her heart rate was at 170. Sarah's EMD instructions for the patient to lay down on the floor was the best instruction to keep the patient stable until the paramedics arrived. Since that call, Sarah has completed training and has proven to be a great asset to the Murrieta communications team. She is commended for her calm demeanor while administering EMD instructions per protocol, as well as providing a high level of customer service. CPRA is pleased to present this runner-up award of outstanding performance by an individual in the category of fire to Sarah Stafford.
Yay. Nice.
Congratulations. Our next award recipient is from Confire. Diane, are you on? If so, please announce. On September 30th, the night shift was almost over for Confire when Diane Boyles answered a 911 call reporting a fire on the second floor of a motel. The scared caller indicated he was trapped. The door to his room was on fire and he didn't know what to do. Diane stayed calm, controlled, and was able to talk him through possible ways to get out. When he couldn't get out, she remained calm and reassured the caller he would be safe. Concurrently, Diane made sure the responding crews knew what was happening and kept them informed of the victim's location in the room. The first-in crew pulled on scene to heavy flames and advised the second floor and stairwell were fully involved. They knew they had a victim trapped, but had no visual of him, just the flames. As the units tried to cool down the angry fire, they were able to ascertain that the victim's room was in the corner of the building. Diane kept the victim calm and continued to reassure him. She never lost focus or hope that the firefighters would reach her caller. Once the fire was knocked down and units were able to enter the victim's room, it was realized that he had no choice other than to wait for the firefighters to make entry or jump from the second-story window. The victim is alive and well and very grateful to the firefighters and for the connection with the dispatcher named Diane. CPRA is proud to present the Award of Outstanding Performance by an individual in the category of fire to Diane Boyles.
Robert.
Thank you. Congratulations, Diane.
Yay.
Our next award recipient is Theresa Ruiz from Riverside County Sheriff's Department. Theresa, if you're on, please announce yourself. And this is the category of Trainer of the Year. Riverside County Sheriff's Department Senior 911 Communications Officer Theresa Ruiz has been a dedicated dispatcher for 13 years and has become the trainer that everyone strives to be. She became a trainer in 2013 and has since successfully trained more than a dozen new trainees. Being a trainer not only means training new hires on policy and procedures, but also being a mentor to help them succeed throughout their dispatch profession. Once her trainees are released from training, Theresa does not end her mentoring there. She continues to show her support, encourage greatness, and be a confidant. This has earned her the respect of not only her trainees, but her peers and supervisors as well. Most recently, promotional opportunities arose within the center, and Theresa was encouraging those she had trained to go through the process, even though she was also applying, and was humble and encouraging throughout. During the unprecedented time of 2020, some trainers were reluctant to train. However, Theresa remained passionate about her role as a trainer. She trained 2 primary radio trainees, each for 12 plus weeks, and cross-trained trainees who needed exposure to other primary radio channels, willingly taking on trainees who needed help while their trainer was on vacation. Theresa's success can be measured in the product of her work. Many of her trainees have become trainers themselves, mimicking the training techniques that were bestowed upon them. For continuous dedication to the dispatch profession, CPRA is proud to present the Trainer of the Year Award to Theresa Ruiz.
Yay.
Congratulations. Our next award recipient is also from Riverside County Sheriff's Department. We are moving to the category of Supervisor of the Year. Christine Harns has been with Riverside County Sheriff for 20 years. She was promoted to Supervisor in 2007 and in 2020 assigned as the Administrative and Training Supervisor for the Coachella Valley Dispatch Center. Aside from required tasks, Christine also assisted and volunteered for additional duties. As Admin Supervisor, Christine is tasked in overseeing shift and vacation selection for dispatchers, creating schedules that will ensure proper coverage for the year, while maintaining a fair selection of shifts for staff to select. The unique running of the building consists of a contract with the City of Palm Desert, as well as Special Investigations Bureau and East County Training Center, and Christine is the point of contact for facility issues. She established a great partnership with city maintenance, ensuring any request is completed quickly and efficiently. Christine works alongside the training unit supervisor and oversees the trainees and trainers assigned to Coachella Valley Dispatch, overseeing the daily and weekly evaluations, as well as conducting midway and final phase training observations. She works with the training unit in the assignment of post courses to ensure all training is met in order to remain in compliance. The COVID pandemic put a physical, mental, and emotional strain on the Bureau, but through it all, Christine maintained a positive outlook, encouraging her peers and staff. In the category of Supervisor of the Year, CPRA is pleased to present this honorable mention award to Christine Harns.
Yay.
Congratulations. Timothy Buchfeller has been an employee of the Riverside County Sheriff's Department for almost 20 years and is a supervisor for over 8. Directly responsible for the technology at all 3 dispatch centers, Timothy has been instrumental in the transition to next generation 911 and text to 911. He also implemented Rapid Deploy, a mapping system to assist with the automatic mapping of 911 calls. He worked with the PSIC steering committee and organized the monthly PSIC user and interop meetings. He is also vice chair of the CalSeek Southern Planning Area, where he helps plan and organize multi-agency training. Timothy speaks at the graduations of the Dispatch Academy classes. He is very motivated with a comedic flair. He strives to motivate others to do their best and leads by example, sending out emails with positive thoughts regarding ways to improve morale. He continues to educate himself on the growing technologies of the 911 world and shares this information with his peers and subordinates by forwarding emails that he found interesting and full of information to help others grow their knowledge. He is also the instructor for the class Dispatcher Interpersonal Skills and Career Survival. Timothy serves as Vice President of the California Public Safety Radio Association, responsible for the monthly membership reports, coordinating membership categories, and new members with APCO. He is the epitome of positivity, bringing high energy and enthusiasm to a very serious workplace. In the category of Supervisor of the Year, CPRA is pleased to present the runner-up award to Timothy Buchfeller. Our next award recipient is Leslie from the Orange County Sheriff's Department. Leslie Gallant, dispatch supervisor with the Orange County Sheriff's Department, has been a dispatcher for 20 years and supervisor for 2.5 years. The Orange County Sheriff provides law enforcement service for 13 contract cities and all of the unincorporated areas in Orange County. The dispatch center is responsible for coordinating emergency and routine radio traffic, and where call takers receive over 5,000 calls per week. With 50 dispatcher and call taker positions, along with 5 supervisors, it makes for a very busy center. Some of Leslie's daily duties include maintaining the schedule for all shifts, handling complaints, promoting policy and procedures, evaluating call takers and radio personnel, managing overtime and sick calls, and coordinating response measures during critical incidents. Apart from her daily duties as a supervisor, Leslie also handles the dispatch center's administrative duties, which include serving as the 911 county coordinator, county liaison for the state's Next Generation 911 project, the Rapid Deploy project, text to 911 coordinator, and supervises all trainees. And if that isn't enough, when there are vacancies for dispatcher shifts that aren't filled, without being asked, Leslie will put her work on hold to assist in call taking or dispatching. She was commended in March of 2020 for her participation in taking immediate action in a catastrophic power failure, and received a commendation in October 2020 when the Blue Ridge fire erupted, to make notifications and coordinated efforts for a substantial and sustained critical event. CPRA is proud to present the Supervisor of the Year Award to Leslie Gallant. Our next award recipient is Kara Riddle.
Last week we went out 3 different times trying to text this.
Kara's been with the Riverside County Sheriff since 2017, has excelled in her
So I don't know if she's
as
gonna
one
need
of
a
those
traffic.
additional assignments she has taken upon herself to be a part of. Kira is a member of a peer support group within dispatch.
You know what?
as well as the department's peer
It's an
support
agency we need to check with the watch commander, because last time he said no to any citizens, but I don't know if he would do it because of there being a park
and
ranger.
recognition of staff, inspiring and promoting positiveness. Kiara is a current CTO with several trainees who successfully completed their training phases and goes above and beyond to expose the trainee to the demands of the job, helping them overcome their fears. He is always thinking outside the box and connects with the trainee to ensure a successful completion of the training program. She is tactful when addressing issues with her peers or tenured staff in a constructive and respectful way. Kiara was selected by her supervisors as a representative for the Coachella Valley Dispatch Center in the Morale Booster Team, discussing the morale issues in the centers and coming up with ideas to boost morale and highlight the positive in what is done each and every day. Her personality and charisma make her very likable and credible, and her genuine, sweet nature makes her approachable and can get even the most tenured staff members involved. In the category of Telecommunicator of the Year, CPRA is pleased to present the Honorable Mention Award to Kiara Riddle.
Yay.
Elizabeth Backstrom is currently a part-time dispatcher at UC Irvine Police Department. Prior to UCI, she worked at the Huntington Beach Police Department for over 36 years. Beth has served as a reserve police officer, police dispatcher, communications training officer, tactical dispatcher, communications supervisor, and communications manager. She holds an Associate of Arts degree in criminal justice and a Bachelor of Science degree in professional studies. With the recent retirement of the UCI dispatch supervisor, the department needed an interim. Because of COVID, hiring was slow and the department was in critical need of a supervisor. Beth transitioned to a full-time schedule and assumed all roles as a supervisor. She stepped in as the Next Gen 911 coordinator during a critical time in implementation and updated the expired audio log recording technology. When the department hired a dispatch supervisor, she stayed on to assist in training the new supervisor. Beth is constantly supportive and approachable and comes to work with a positive attitude each and every day. In the category of Telecommunicator of the Year, CPRA is pleased to present the runner-up award to Beth Backstrom.
Yay.
Jonathan Ganley began his career with the Riverside County Sheriff's Department in 2009 as a correctional deputy, but due to an off-duty accident, he had to step down from that position. It was then he decided to try his hand at dispatch and transferred in 2018. In his few years in dispatch, he has done a tremendous job. He is professional, dependable, kind, funny, dedicated, and hardworking. These are just a few of the words used to describe Jonathan. He has received commendations for his professionalism, resourcefulness, and compassion while handling priority incidents. During 2020, the department became extremely short-staffed on numerous occasions and inundated with calls for service due to the riots and complaints regarding the lockdown order. He handled calls back to back quickly without compromising public or officer safety. If he is not handling a call, he is running a location for contacts, people, assisting with perimeter setups, and digging for information that could assist in the quick and safe apprehension of suspects. Jonathan excels in his position and does not shy away from critical calls. His peers commend him for his ability to flawlessly handle priority incidents. High morale is something strived for in any center, and Jonathan, despite of how some of the silly morale shenanigans might be, always participates, such as wearing wacky socks to express the dispatcher's personality. And when COVID had to shift down, a fun video was made, and Jonathan gladly participated to provide entertainment to his shift. Thriving in the profession while constantly and consistently producing quality work in all aspects of the job, CPRA is proud to present the Telecommunicator of the Year award to Jonathan Ganley.
Yay. Yay.
drawing. Okay.
Congratulations to all of our award winners. We're now going to do a virtual drawing, so I'm going to throw it over to John Wright, who will do that virtual drawing for us. It's a new car. No, it's not.
No.
You.
Okay, just let everybody know, we do have a couple of drawings we're gonna do. We're gonna do this virtually. Spotlight my video here. We have a couple of door prizes. We're gonna have two $25 Amazon gift cards, two $25 Starbucks cards, and then two of our chapter APCO logoed multi-layered cloth face masks. And so what we're going to do is everyone who was nominated, whether they won or not, if they were nominated, their name is in the hat for the drawing. And so I'm going to share our list here. So we use a software program called Wheel of Names. And what we're going to do is spin the wheel. Let's see if it's working. Okay, so we're going to spin the wheel and then see who wins the ride. The first prize is a $25 Amazon gift card. So we will spin the wheel. And Isadora, you're the winner of the first card. We'll ask that if your name is picked, please send an email to events, EVENTS, at CPRA.org. Again, that's events, EVENTS, at CPRA.org. Just send me an email. Let me know that you won and what address you want me to send your gift card to. So again, congratulations. Okay, the next one where we're going to do is for a $25 Starbucks card. So we'll spin the wheel again. It looks like Jenna, you've won a $25 Starbucks card. Again, send me an email at events.cpra.org and I'll give you an address and I'll send your card. Okay, now we're going to do one for our APCO logoed face mask. All right, looks like Jonathan. Okay, Jonathan, same thing, send me an email and I'll make sure you get your face mask. Now we'll go back and we're going to do another $25 Amazon card. And it looks like it's going to be David Lopez. So David, send me an email and your address, and we'll send you get your card to you. Let's do another APCO face mask. Come on. All right. Again, send me the email at events.cpra.org with your name and address, and we'll send you your card. And then one last, is your face mask. One last one is a $25 gift card to Starbucks. Good luck, everybody. All right, Ramirez.
Okay, you get it back.
Okay, well, congratulations to all our door prize winners. Thank you, everyone, and congratulations to everyone who was nominated. You should be honored that your agency thought high enough of you to nominate you for.
No.
And I'm sorry, I hear somebody. Robert, you want to close it out?
Yes, okay.
Thank you, John. Congratulations to our award winners, of course, and really all of our dispatchers, whether they were nominated or not. We know we've got some fantastic people here in Southern California, and maybe with any luck, next year, 2022, we will be live and in person once again for the Telecommunicator banquet. So let's hope that's the case. But for now, thank you all for attending. The bar downstairs is open and the dance floor will be available until 10 o'clock tonight. So continue to party and celebrate, and we'll see you next year. Goodbye, everybody.